Hello everyone, welcome to Tony Talks. Today, another corona inquest new. Tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n invite Wunmi Aloba àti Mummy Muhbad wá sí corona inquest. So, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ torí Yèyé Kudi ó dàbí ẹni pé wọ́n rán aṣojú tiwọn náà lọ síbẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ wá fi ti ara wa gbọ́ nǹkan tó ló ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin Wunmi Aloba àti Mama Muhbad pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí magistrate sọ. Okay, let's watch it together. Thank you all for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
And this actually, let me say the lawyer, the judge, the magistrate was quite disappointed at that application or in that application because she was like, what other interesting facts, what new facts do they have that, that they want the court to go and see in the crime scene that is Muhbad's house, that until they are able to present like a new findings, a new fact, that is when something like that will be able to be granted. And the lawyer representing Wahab Shitu could not argue out his facts. He could not argue out his facts, and he was just like saying that whatever happened in the house, the judge is supposed to, that the court are supposed to like take note of all of those things. So the judge then reminded him that all the witnesses had, that were in that house, they've already given their testimonies and all of those things. So she believed that the court has done well in that regard, except, and I repeat, except that there is something new, something different that that the lawyer have actually find out that they want the court to know. So that is when she says she can only agree to move the court to the crime scene. That is, in other words, moving the court, like telling the court to investigate, more in the crime scene. So that is what. So at the end of the day, she penned that application, for that. So the second application was to recall all the witnesses. And the magistrate was kind of in the mix in that second application, because she said that all the witnesses except the nurse, Naira, Marley, and SamLarry, they are the ones that are yet to talk at the coroner inquest, which means that if they call all the witnesses, it's like taking us back or taking the court back from the beginning of the whole case. So she said that Baba Muhbad's lawyer should have, because Baba Muhbad's lawyer claimed that, or let me just say, said that they filed, for that since February. And she said that the court cannot, the coroner inquest, the coroner court cannot, enforce that, in the sense that they did not furnish the court the address of Naira Marley and SamLarry, just like the way they were trying to get the address of Wunmi back then. So the judge was like, it is their duty to make sure that they are able to furnish the address of SamLarry and Naira Marley. And in that regard, that was when she mentioned the fact that the nurse in question has been in the custody, and it is not so hard for her to say, okay, they want the nurse to come and testify as well, but everything must go in the right process. That they must serve, they should serve Naira Marley and SamLarry. and she also made mention that Odumosu, yes, I think it was Odumosu she was referring that to, that in the application that they filed in February to bring back all the witnesses, that they were the one that they were slow in that process. Like they didn't really do much about it, and the court could not, do anything too. So it is only what they brought to the court that it will be attended to.
So in the area of Naira Marley, and SamLarry, sorry, please, let me interject. In the area of Naira Marley and SamLarry, can you kindly repeat what the magistrate said? What did she grant in regards to them?
She said that they need to furnish the address of SamLarry and Naira Marley. She was emphasizing on the address, like, that they are not. It is not the coroner court that will place, I think, an order, to go and serve them. It has to go through the court, because she made mention that the coroner court is just a fact finding. So if just the way they brought Prime Boy and Spending to the inquest, as that period where they were looking for they were able to get their addresses and all of those things. So he said they need to make sure that they get their addresses and furnish the addresses and then serve them accordingly. Okay. That was what she said. Then the third application was now when she now said the nurse has been in the police custody, and with like contrary opinion or contrary information that has been going around that the nurse has been bailed and all of those things. She repeated that, why she was even still talking about the SamLarry, calling the inquest, the witnesses back. She said it more than like 3 times, in her words. She said it like 3 times that the nurse is still in the police custody. And the last one, I've lost my line of thought on the last one. So I think so after the break, she went to review the application that was brought, because the application came late. The application that Baba Muhbad brought up again, it came very late. So she went to go and review it, and she came back, and that was when she was the third application. The third application was toxicology, private autopsy and toxicology. That's the third application, and she read it out. They read it out, and she said that they can do their private autopsy and all of those things. So when she came back from reviewing the 3 applications that was sent, she then said that for the first one, that is recalling all the witnesses, she granted them that they can do that they can recall all the witnesses back, but they must make sure that they go through the right way and all of those things. Then the second one,
one nuisance, Joy Moyo, that said I was furnishing the people on Yeyekudi TV. I hope you can hear from a witness, someone that was in the court. It was granted that as long as they have the addresses, this is now left for Baba Muhbad's legal team. Do you understand? They have been granted that motion. You understand? That application that they can bring in the people they want to bring in. But for as long as the addresses is furnished to the court, before the court can agree to do such a thing or do it, it's been granted, but the burden is on the legal team to produce or provide this information. I saw one useless anti-justice, Joy Moyo, is a fake person, definitely. I've blocked her. You understand? Coming to say that I furnish my people on the platform.
lies or half-truths. Because when they use legal terms in the court of law, if you don't understand what is being said, simply ask questions. You understand? When I am getting the information, you understand, I would always reiterate, like, this thing you wrote, read it again. And when I do that, I then understand the terminology that is used in the court of law. Because the terms used in the court of law, if you use those terms and address the public, it seems to them you are speaking jargons. You have to use layman's English to express yourself. And after expressing it, you will write it in all the ta-ta-ta English that you know. And some people will still say, you are lying, you are saying half-truth, you are blah, 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 blah. And that is a witness from the court, who was a witness in the court today, listening to, he's a journalist. So you don't expect him to not to understand what they are saying. So I want you people to listen to him. You understand? Listen to him, understand what was said in the court, and who applied for it. Okay, please. So you compare it to what information I have given, what contradicts. Please go ahead. Thank you. Please go ahead, Prince. Kreka.
Okay. When Dina came back from the break, the first application, she read it and then it was thrown out of court, like, thrown out of court, and that is moving the court down to the, to the crime scene, because there is one of the reasons why the magistrate was actually disappointed to an extent, about moving that, because they feel that they should have known more about the crime scene. What fact there? Are people still living in the house?
Somebody is saying his story is different. How? How is his story different? Alaja is saying that. Please, one moment. Let me open the door. Hello, son. How are you? Yeah, I'm on chat. How is this story different? Please, can you tell us? How? Go ahead. Your story.
Come up and
How is the story different? I'm confused. Like, what do you mean? He was right at the court. So I don't know whose story you heard that you are comparing it to his. Because sometimes many of us are not in the court. You were not in the court. Somebody that was was in the court. You will not be telling the person that what the person is saying is different. Were you in the court? Kokima easy láti deal pẹ̀lú yín ẹ̀yin public people yìí. That's why sometimes when you ask some people to come and narrate anything to you, they don't answer you. Somebody that was in the court, listen to the judge, the magistrate. Listen to it word for word. You are here to say the person is saying something different. I mean, seeing that person type, inú bí mi, why are you people stressing people up? Anyway, I'm concerned about owners of the courtroom and TikTokers that are truly for justice for Muhbad. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ láti ẹni tó lọ, tó débẹ̀, tó jókòó, tó rí wọn, ó dẹ̀ gbọ́ ni mo ṣe ní, let me bring the person here instead of me to be the one to say, mo pé mi ti the third party, second hand information from the source, òun wà ńbẹ̀ ni. From beginning to the end. Please go ahead.
So I want to explain one part. Someone asked, what does it mean to move the case to the crime scene? Okay. Like, they want the court to investigate, like they want the court itself to investigate, what happened, the whole activities of what happened in the house. That is what they meant that. And the lawyer, the magistrate was like, if there is any new thing that is in that house, then she can, pay attention to it, she can listen. Because everybody that were present in that house, they've already given their testimony, they've already come to the coroner inquest, except for the nurse.
No, not everybody that was present in the house that have come to give. That's why I'm surprised that Baba Muhbad's legal team, they did not say these two people have not been interrogated or cross-examined in the court. What do they call it? Inquest. It's not all of them. That boy that said Muhbad is dead, he has not been to the court. It's only
the boy is not among the suspects. That's why I said
yeah, but he was present in the house.
They are not the witnesses.
They have to care. They were present in the house. They have to care because, and the boy with the dreadlock. Two people have not. What? I'm trying to understand. Let me tell you.
About witnesses.
Yeah, they are witnesses. They are witnesses too.
But the police didn't mention their name.
That is what I am saying to you. The team, Justice for Muhbad, legal team, they found my hand. Because when the magistrate said, can I say it? When the magistrate said, what are new facts? Because they do not deal with already known facts. What are new facts that will move us to that crime scene? Two people that are also witnesses, they have not been cross-examined. That is a new fact. The boy with the dreadlocks and the boy that said, oh, Camila Ragon, boy, I've forgotten his name. They mentioned his name. They told us his name. I'm coming. This boy that wore white t-shirts. And the one with the dreadlocks. They mentioned his name. That is new fact. Then, the driver that drove Mo, the car they said they went to a neighbor that took Mo from that place, that is house. They said there's assumption or accusation that Mo already fight in the house. But they said, no, Mo did not fight in the house. So they have another story that Mo was still put on the bike, but in the end, the hospital said he was on arrival. You understand? That is a new development. The driver that carried him and said his hand is getting cold. All those things matter a lot because when they cross-examine people, they've cross-examined Wumi, Darosha, what's his name? Adura, DJ Bami, and Nurse. They've not even cross-examined Nurse. So, why are they not requesting, legal team, requesting that the nurse be brought? Is that not a new fact? That's a new fact. No, she's not yet being interrogated. So I want you to mention about the nurse. Then this boy, the reason why is that is how they find facts. When in everything that we have been doing, the CTC we have done here, we have seen discrepancies in even the cross-examining that they've done initially in the coroner inquest. Yes, we have seen the discrepancies. And so, if they're asking that, what is the new fact? New fact is the discrepancies that are new development that should be mentioned, and it will be, the court will grant them to bring this boy. That why did this boy cry and shout, Muhbad is dead, Muhbad is dead. And later again, they said they carried Muhbad, he wasn't dead, they carried him on the bike. How is that possible? So these are things that they need to find out. Could it be that in moment you aren't understanding K-Crown? I'm not understanding K-Crown. How? I'm not understanding Kekra. Is it Kekra that I'm not understanding? Abi, I'm saying that, why didn't they say that there was new? I'm not understanding Kekra. How? Nothing is wrong with Kekra. Kekra haven't said anything wrong. I'm only suggesting to Kekra that, why didn't they say that in the court as facts that will lead them to the crime scene? I'm confused. I'm not blaming Kekra. Okay, go ahead.
This is what the magistrate
You are confused. What would scatter me?
Saying that, this is what she meant by saying that the witnesses, all the witnesses in the house have spoken. The witnesses are the people that the police made mention.
Yeah.
Now, the person you are talking about, the police is not on the list of witnesses according to the police. It's not on the witness according to the police. However, I understand your point. I understand your point, because when the magistrate was asking the lawyer that what is the new fact, what is that thing that should make the court, go to the house, they could not say anything. They should have mentioned, this, what you said now could have been part of the reason. It could have been part of the reason they should have moved the court down to the crime scene. But they couldn't mention any of those things. So the magistrate believed that it is what had been presented by the police officially. That is what they are, that she's working with. And that is where she meant by the witnesses they've all spoken, except for the nurse.
Okay. All right.
Except for the nurse.
So
she was like talking about that. Do they know if people are still in the house? Do they know if the house is locked? All of those things, some of the activities or some things surrounding the house. If they are able to, if the lawyers know about some of those things in the house, that is what the judge.
I'm so confused. Do you know why? Sorry, can I interject you? I'm sorry. I will act like a devil's advocate. Wasn't Wunmi at the court? Why couldn't she be asked that question? That what the house, the condition of the house, what has happened about the house? Do you understand? That information is handy because Wunmi and her husband, they are the ones that own, or whatever, even if they rented the house. So that information is handy because Wunmi is right in the court. So why the lawyers, why couldn't they say, and the wife of the deceased is here? I don't get it. I don't know how they do things in the courts here in Nigeria. I'm kind of confused. I'm very confused. Okay, so when they asked of the nurse, why was it that they said the nurse was still in custody? You people are just saying I should bring people up, I should bring people up. What are they coming to say? Man.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good
Can
evening.
I just clear a little bit? I think you're mixing it. You're not understanding K-Crown properly. So can I just say something?
Please go ahead. All right. Okay, so you were in the court. Thank you.
So
God bless
as
you.
Regards the witnesses, right? The magistrate said, is there anything new that you can tell me that will push me to bring back all the 9 witnesses back to this court? And the guy was just, he didn't know what to say. Then he quoted section 32. I can't remember what that section 32 says. Then the woman said, you are telling me all these witnesses, you brought them here. Everyone have asked them questions. Wunmi, Madura, they've asked them questions. But right now, you can't tell me anything new that would even lead me to invite these people back. So it's like you want us to go back to the beginning and start asking the same questions that we've asked them before. If you can't tell me anything new, like maybe something came to surface, like, okay, this was something that just happened, that this is the reason why we want them to come back, then there is no point bringing these people back. Then as for the house thingy, the woman said, the magistrate said, do you know if the house is vacant or somebody is still living there? You don't know all these things. How do we move the court to this place if you don't have this information? Do you understand? Their job. They don't have answer to this woman's question. They don't have answer. So that was why. So I listen to when people say the magistrate is biased or whatever. But she's not. She's saying the truth. Because if you're telling me to bring, or if people are still living there, how can we just move the court to Muhbad's house? Then, as for the Naira Marley, she said there are only 3 people that need to come to the inquest, which includes the nurse, SamLarry, and Naira Marley. He said there is no reason for the nurse to come now, that they still need the pathologist to come and do some examining or whatever. That when...
Sorry, because examining where?
The nurse will come. The nurse is still in custody.
Okay, go ahead.
She said the nurse is still in custody. There is no point we bringing the nurse every time when we don't need the nurse yet. So if the nurse comes now, like when the pathologist, are we going to bring the nurse again? The nurse is in custody, so there is no point we going to get the nurse. But the Naira Marley and SamLarry are the people that you need. But you people are telling me you don't have their addresses. Am I supposed to look for their address for you?